noise in the background.
I do.
Yeah, you got noise in the background.
Like, what do you guys hear?
Sounds like a fan.
Some children
Okay.
screaming, a woman crying, some dogs being ailed. Sounds like you're inside Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's a big ass air conditioner. Sounds like a freaking vacuum cleaner.
Hello, hello. Yeah, let me give you a little warning. The animatronics, they are full of dead children.
Sounds like the pyro.
Oh, let me work on the audio settings.
The spy is not a fan of the pyro, though they are one and the same when it comes to voice actor.
Good evening, UN Spacey Wolf Squad. It's your Wolf Commander Wolf 10. I'm your werewolf. Please excuse the craziness, but you know what? Nice. You know what? We do this because we love you guys, and you know how we world class idiots right here are always just fucking digging around with shit while we're on live and stuff.
Speak for yourself. I'm the only idiot here.
If I sound dead inside, it's because again I work. I'm tired. I'm soldiering on because I promised a show this week, and I fulfill my promises, even though I postpone them to the next day. But where are my manners? Next to me, the Deseret Bull, Redneck.
It's all. It's like it's this late in the evening and the sun has not gone down. I am here to create as much chaos.
Organized chaos, that is.
Fuck
If
you. It's
that,
gonna be whatever I want it to be.
fuck you. This is my show. You do whatever I tell you to do.
Fuck you. Your lives are in my hands.
Fuck you. I cracked the whip, motherfucker.
Fuck
pity-
you. I bite the bullet.
I
Wait.
pity the fool who ain't got no whip. Next to him is the Bear of the North, Eloise Doddle.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
You know, that's a better image of Leon Mormont with an axe in her hand. Somewhat.
Some fan art that I found online of that moment when she goes all Chucky.
I know,
When you said Chucky Walker, are you talking about the character from Rugrats, or are we talking about Stephen King's doll?
No, we're talking about the Chucky.
King created Chucky? I thought it was
No,
somebody
he
else.
didn't. He didn't create Chucky.
Didn't he write the movie script for it or something?
Probably.
It was in a book about Stephen King's writings. That's why it's always been under my suspicion that it was.
I don't think he has anything related to Child's Play. But let's keep this rolling. We have the Gladiator K-On, Matthew Flynn joining us on a special Chill Friday.
Praise Raymond. No, I'm joking. Hello.
To all are one. I can't even muster a freaking Optimus Prime voice. Wow, I am tired. Next to him is the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Greetings, YouTube viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans. This is Final Fantasy Fan 012 here, and welcome back to another live stream on the UN Space Fleet Wolf Squadron. And how about we have another chill stream? Why don't we have a chat? Nice cup of tea while we're at it.
We'll have another member here, hopefully later on, to add in some more of the chaos, but we'll see. So, anything you guys want to talk about, or just rant about? Got any tirades? Whatever. I guess we're a very happy, merry band of bullshitters, huh?
Well,
Speaking of bullshit, I'm trying to figure out why Stephen King's name is affiliated with Child's Play so frequently.
I
Why do
don't
you say
want
that?
to freaking know.
Silence. Matthew was about to speak.
How did you know I was going to say something?
You're mumbling.
Well, now that you put me on the spot, I'm gonna have to. Where are some elves to slay and some men to help? Probably have no idea what I'm talking about.
My brain is going to Rings of Power, but
It
I
is related to the picture I've. It is related to my icon.
Oh, right. Monty Python. Wait,
No, it's not. It's not Monty Python.
it's White Knight.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
Tis
I
but
am
the scratch.
invincible! None shall pass.
None shall pass.
Continue, Matthew. Who is the icon?
It's Pelennor Whitestrake from the Elder Scrolls games.
Oh,
He's a knight from like thousands of years in the past who really doesn't like elves, and he slays any he finds, and he helps men.
Red Sorceress
he
here. How
helps
you
men.
doing?
better share this string, girl. Or else I'll sing. And I ain't even got the strength to sing.
This is our chance. Get him.
Why are we dead silent?
Because I'm trying to send you stupid stuff on the side.
And because I came to get my water.
What's Eloise's excuse?
Well, I was reading something.
Of course. So
I don't
guess
know
gotta
if
leave.
No. Okay, so you guys know the crazy guy Liam Gray, right? He
Mhm.
like on his crowdfunding campaign, he took some quotes from manga artists who were judging competitions and other things, and like put in screen cap those quotes and like use them, and like he edited the quotes to have his name in it and put it on his new crowdfunder campaign. So he's like false promoting, false advertisement.
Of course.
And so I took a look at it, and damn, I just feel bad for the people that are gonna see that and actually buy it. I don't know if anybody has. I doubt it. You know, but like it's funded already.
All that gaslighting.
Like he somehow managed to get it funded, and like Indiegogo hasn't done anything about like the false advertisement, especially when he's using the names of manga artists, and you know that could potentially damage their reputation and things like that.
I think that's the idea.
Yeah. Took me a second. I'm like, oh, that's probably why.
I think that's the idea.
You mean he's trying to damage their reputation, or use?
It's the fact he thinks that there's nobody who's going to refute what he puts on the book because of the language barrier. No.
I don't know. Somebody should like let Shonen Jump know that this is going on. I don't know if somebody's willing to like. It's also apparently illegal in in Australian law to do that.
Which
But
confounds me too.
the reason he's gotten away with so much shit is because he lives in Australia, and like people that have gotten damaged from like Liam Gray's recklessness, like they can't even sue him because they don't live in the same jurisdiction as him.
It's funny that Liam Gray is basically doing what the woke do, but claiming that he's a conservative.
So he's bad at chameleon.
Then he's also a commie.
What a dick.
And it's to say, Mr. Liam, if you can listen to this very closely, just a little quieter. Yes, that's right. I'm not going to hurt you right now, but stop being a faggot, okay?
Hey,
I heard he false flagged, so I don't know if I should continue talking about this. Sorry, Wolf.
down false flag. He had a furry comedian on his ass with their dicks out. Red and waiting.
How am I not surprised?
Does he have the furry community on his side?
No. A little piece of shit like that wouldn't even be able to. If he convinced the furry community to be on his side, I would be surprised.
One of was confused why there's a drawing I saw of him dressed up as Link with a deer wearing a princess dress and tits.
Speaking of Zelda, I watched the America's Got Talent clip of that involved freckled Zelda, and she's adorable.
Freckled Zelda.
Yeah.
Freckled Zelda, a singer that dresses like a fairy, and she plays the ocarina really, really good.
How my fantasy novels I pitched on this in this channel. I'm trying to answer Red Sorcerer's question here.
Yeah, I'm confused by that. When have you ever pitched a Final Fantasy novel?
Oh, it says, oh no, she's just saying my name here, and then it says, how's my work on my fantasy novels? I mean, it's already going fine. I mean, the written script is about 56% the way done, and I just already got started on the edited script, which is just past the prologue, and just now got started on the first chapter. So if that answers your question.
We pitch stories on the stream.
Yeah, we have done this since not last year. I know that's basically the last time I've been on here. A few months ago. We did this a few months ago. You were there too.
I was there. I just thought it was just one episode.
Yeah.
Is this the same project from that night?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I kind of just made mine up on the whim.
But yeah, the written script, it's about halfway there to being done. As the edited script, which I just got started on. And as soon as that's done, I might have to might as well have to create a storyboard for the comic, really, to know like specific panels for the story.
Screaming Bill was so stupid of mine. I'm gonna be the reason Wall's gonna get an editor in the future.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna get Mr. Matchstick with us today. Haven't had him on my show in a while. And one of these days I gotta go over to your place and probably join you for Culture Fortress at least like one time for old time's sakes. Speaking of match right there. Jeez, I'm tired.
If only I could send you my G Fuel. At this point, my commentary about G Fuel, it's like those incognito mode advertisements for NordVPN. Oh, jeez, I'm actually feeling good tonight.
I'm gonna wake you guys up. Come pow! It is part of the truth.
The hell was that?
I'm trying to do a deeper
Which
breath.
one?
What you, both of us, I guess.
I'm decomposed from inhumanoids. Oh, I don't know how my voice is gonna be when I do that on Ishi stream.
Warming up on this one. Disrespect your surroundings!
Oh, ain't that cute? But it's wrong!
I remember singing a song by Beartooth, but okay.
I know that name sounds familiar. Ishi, what's the channel name?
Jay
Shiro,
Shirofini.
baby.
J.
Alien and a human Sue and a big titty wife.
Mm-hmm. You gotta get you one of those, buddy. You gotta get you one of those.
Oh no, she called herself the Night Header. My bad.
Well, it still applies.
Is that Emperor Palpatine laugh?
I'm just fucking with you guys.
Good, Anakin. Good.
Not yet.
Kill him.
Not.
Kill him.
Good, Anakin. Good.
You will now go for
Kill him.
play the Jedi.
Kill him now. I shouldn't.
And when you get a chance, romp around in and out and bring me us.
Do it.
Your will be done, Master.
And
Do
then
what
it
must be done.
Match, if you're still on MeWe, I sent you the link in the MeWe chat. I've waited a long time for this, my little green friend.
I will put you in this little dress.
General Kenobi wasn't much of a rescue. And Anakin Skywalker, I was expecting someone like you with your reputation to be a little older.
General Grievous, you're shorter than I imagined.
Anakin, we have a job to do. Please don't mess this up.
Shut up.
The prequels are a mess, but they are goddamn entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
What's Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker? What's that?
Oh God! All the times we talked about Metal Gear, you still ask that question.
I kind of zone out when you guys talk about Metal Gear.
Which one is Peace Walker? I'm sorry.
It's the one where they're in Costa Rica.
Okay, I definitely need to play that then.
With a game full of good-looking men, I'm surprised none of them are getting pussy.
Remember back to your early teachings. All who gain power are afraid to lose it. Even the Jedi. The Jedi use their power for good. Good is a point of view, Anakin. The Sith and Jedi are similar in almost every way, including their quest for greater power. The Sith rely on their passion for their strength. They think inwards, only about themselves. And the Jedi don't. The Jedi are selfless. They only care about others. Do you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? No. I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of Sith, so powerful and so wise. He could use the Force to influence the midi-chlorian. Excuse me.
It could use the very Force to influence. We can't even know the line right now. You and that IMDb person. Did I kill him? What happened?
I
We just don't
I
know.
think this is our opportunity to take over.
Yeah.
My turn
Yeah,
to
we just
slap,
don't. We just don't even know what else to say. We just gone from just like chit chatting a lot to now quoting scenes from Star Wars.
This is called the chill stream, and we're pretty much just. I don't even know what to call this. I call this picking the ice. Everybody having an off day? How are we all feeling?
Well, just fine.
Yeah,
What came
I'm
up
okay.
and what went down?
I wish I did actually wanted to talk about Star Wars, but I would like to save it for another time.
All right.
So, anybody got a topic?
I try to think of something I could go fully in depth on.
Yeah, like a specific part of Star
Special
Wars.
guest star tonight will be Mr. Matchstick. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Now
To
say it.
him, hey, Mr. Matchstick.
Hello.
Audio was on the wrong mic. Hello. Hey, Wolfton. Hey, Matthew. Hey, everybody else.
Hey, Matchstick.
If I had to throw up a random topic to discuss about this, I was watching a video from AVGN where he talked about where he actually made a tribute to the comedic director Mel Brooks. I remember the question when I was showing the video to everybody. Everyone assumed that Mel Brooks died, but I'm like, no, he's still alive. The whole point was that he wanted to make the tribute while the guy was around to see it. Best to let everyone just hear about him now. It's gonna make me just realize, how often do we think about thanking our heroes?
What, while they're still alive?
You're recording
Fucking
Monty.
neighbors.
You're recording Monty Python. I was just thinking, have I ever got my chance to say thank you to John Cleese?
I mean, it'd probably be pretty hard to meet John Cleese.
Well, rather than trying to get to them, why not do something for them? I try to think what I could do this in deeper reaches, like comedians. What is comedians? Is this a comedian? Does a comedian live in the ceiling or does it live under the floor?
We're 20 minutes in. I haven't really introduced.
Did Wolf just cut himself off?
He cut himself, indeed.
I don't know why.
Is he aware he's cut himself off? Is he just gonna unmute and just be like furthering his sentence without knowing?
Wolf, you're muted.
He's just gonna unmute and go, yeah, so that's how that happened. We go, you didn't tell us anything.
So I have a dysfunction. I have a dysfunction in the background. Wait, what kind of dysfunction? What happened?
Anybody see the new Green Lantern movie?
No, and
No,
I have no plans
Good.
of seeing it.
Don't.
No, I
Don't see it.
Uh,
It's
is that
not.
Is that one with
What I was
Jon
about to
Stewart that you
say until my background cut in, and I had to catch that so the screen don't record it, was I was going to introduce everybody whom Match is not too familiar with. Rhett, Match, Eloise, and you've met Matthew Flynn and Final Fantasy 12.
Hello.
Zap.
how you doing?
Good. Right now. I am working on for another stream I'm doing. Me and a bunch of other people are doing a Smasher Pass, so I'm working on that.
Oh man, you're tempting me to join that.
I mean, it's going to be kind of hard. There's enough people in it already.
I was still thinking about going forward about just talking about the good old comedians we have today.
Aren't they all dead?
Have you ever heard of Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, and Dave Chappelle?
I mean, okay, I've been watching some Bill Burr on like the YouTube shorts, and I think I shared it on the Discord, and I was laughing at it. But I mean, I don't know. I just kind of find Dave Chappelle kind of boring.
He's
Okay.
gotten like that over the years. You need to watch his older material.
Yeah.
The more wilder stuff. What's the big?
And I've seen some of the Joe Rogan stuff, and I don't really find it entertaining.
Did you see the bit about the Kardashians?
No, but like all the stuff that I watched, like Joe Rogan, like joke wise, it's not really that entertaining. I kind of prefer just watching his podcasts. It's more interesting.
Okay, then. Well, good night, everybody. I was going to say for Dave Chappelle, if you ever want to see the ultimate bit that guy could ever do, it's called Clayton Bigsby, the world's only black white supremacist.
And
I mentioned that stank.
Oh wait,
Man.
did you guys hear about Black Hitler getting arrested?
Who's Black Hitler?
When the
There's-
fuck did that happen?
There's this guy in Georgia who people on the internet call Black Hitler. Essentially, like he ran a cult, and one of the guys that he calls one of the guys from his inner circle, which is one of the guys that he calls one of the sons, because it's like three guys that he calls sons. They're his inner circle. One of them died. I don't know what happened, but I guess they were the guy did this whole GoFundMe, and he raised a lot of money, and it was supposedly to like help all the black people in the area where he lived for money, but it was a lie. And then he wanted to kick everybody that showed up to his house. He wanted to kick them out, and I think like people are saying the guy committed suicide, the guy from the inner circle, because I think he was that damaged, that mentally damaged, because he was running a cult, so he would peer pressure people into doing whatever he said.
At least the people in Jonestown got Kool-Aid. What the hell is this guy doing?
He essentially raped his inner circle. That's why the guy committed suicide, and then the police arrived because someone reported that. You guys need to watch Short Fat Otaku's video on it because he covered it. I think the Locust Eaters also covered it. He was into the Lotus Eaters. Essentially, he was into that whole SJW. What's it called? Damn, it's been a while since I paid attention to this stuff, so I don't even know what it's called anymore. Basically, he was a black separatist nationalist. That's why they called him Black Hitler, because he hated everybody that wasn't black. Or rather, he claimed to.
Okay, I'm curious how much of that explanation is necessary to understand why he's called Black Hitler.
Well,
I'm just explaining why he got arrested, because he's guilty of rape and abuse. And he was grooming 18-year-olds. I mean, I get there.
The question on my mind wasn't how he was arrested. The question on my mind was
because
why is he called
illegal
Black
doesn't
Hitler?
imply consent.
He's called Black Hitler because he
wants to be inverted.
Yeah, he's a black nationalist separatist.
Well, no, it's just they want to sound scary, so they're gonna take what is the most scariest thing that you could think of to call yourself to strike fear into your enemies, quote unquote. By the way,
no, he doesn't call himself Black Hitler. People online call him Black Hitler because he hates white people, and he hates Jews too. And he is one.
Okay, the Jew part, I can kind of understand why he would have that name. But
wait a minute, has this guy been on talk shows and he talks about white genocide all the time?
Okay, yeah, that would make more sense for calling him Black Hitler. Does he have a Hitler mustache?
No, he just he just claims that white Jews are the fake Jews, that people, there are Jews in Africa and stuff like that. So he claims the ones that aren't African, that they're fake Jews and that they're pretending to
keep calling it African. Girl, you must not be drinking your Kool-Aid.
I don't know, okay? I'm just trying to find conversations
tonight.
I can't find conversations right now. I'm just regurgitating what I watched today. I just saw that Short Fat Otaku video talking about the leader of the Black Hammers, which is the cult he was leading. He's basically a commie who just named himself after the group that after this book. Named his group after this book that he didn't even read, that claimed that the civil rights movement was a commie scam.
I've heard people on both sides say that actually, so I'm concerned.
I don't know, man.
This is why you never repeat history. Oh, hey, Humble Marty's are here.
Hello, Humble Marty. Did you hear about Black Hitler getting arrested? That's a conversation starter now.
Definitely a confusing one.
I try to think what's the most offensive thing you can send a black Nazi guy.
I have no idea. A black Jesus, because he's a Jew.
I have
so much the Black Jesus that was in the thumbnail, the White Savior narrative video that we did some time ago.
Yeah, something like that. Alright, so there's this guy in Georgia named that goes by Dazi, and he was leading this cult.
Is that who it is?
Yes,
Okay,
that's who it is.
Dazi, I know. I originally thought he was some gigolo or something because he released some video where he's wearing clown makeup.
No,
Okay.
but that's one of the most cringiest videos that I ever saw, where he was doing this commie chant with people behind him while wearing makeup, like clown makeup.
This is the guy that said Anne Frank had white privilege.
Yeah, he burnt Anne Frank's diary
Said she was a white supremacist. Even I remember
in a
this.
bonfire. I just can't believe. I can't believe this guy got funded on like GoFundMe, and GoFundMe allowed it, knowing his views. Oh,
So
man.
is this the same guy we're talking about, or is this someone else?
Oh, it's the same guy.
Okay, now it makes sense to me.
Okay, for a smash or pass, who would work good? Who would be a good competitor to Liquid Snake?
In which
Solid
regard?
Snake.
You know what? Fuck that. I should have gone with that.
Yeah.
Competitor for what?
For Liquid Snake.
Our
Well,
7th member is the lovely Leia of our Leia plus size.
Hey, Leia.
Hey, Leia. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm a little late, but I had a lot to do today.
Hello,
And,
Leia.
Happy to see you.
Hello. Happy to see all of you too. How you all doing?
Hey, Leia, did you hear about Black Hitler getting arrested?
God dang it. You're still going off of this again.
I am on a
That
caffeinated meltdown.
everybody that I greet, like for the duration of the stream, I'm just gonna tell them that, like on stream.
Black Hitler got arrested.
It's this guy named
Yeah, 'cause
Dazi from
apparently-
Georgia who was leading a cult.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this person. What happened to him?
All right, so he would basically lure people into his house and basically like homeless people, like homeless teenage boys into his house, and then he would indoctrinate them with like communist stuff. And he was also a black nationalist separatist, and he would rape members of his inner circle.
Well, he needs to be arrested. Sounds like a whack job.
Like the only reason he got caught was because one of the members of his inner circle was losing their mind and just like committed suicide in his house, and somebody from the other group called the police, claiming that they were kidnapped and held hostage, and that's why the SWAT team and the cops arrived.
I bet they did. It sounds like he's a serial killer of some kind.
Yeah, he was really crazy and unstable.
Give
And
him
he
time,
used-
who knows?
He used to be a YouTuber that was a sycophant, and he really was trying to become rich and famous or whatever, and he gave up. The only thing that was working for him that gave him the views was the SJW stuff. And he descended further and further into insanity.
And to best explain this personality, imagine who is I forgot his name from the
Yeah.
Fifth Element.
Ruby
Okay.
Rod?
Ruby Rod's his name.
Which one?
Which character you talking about?
I can't remember his name nor the actor. I thought, is it not Chris
Can you
Tucker
describe
playing him?
anything about the character?
Is it
Ruby
Chris Tucker?
Rod.
Yeah, Ruby Rod. Thank you. Yes, and yes, I don't know his name. I just remember that he just wore a leopard print and was always in everyone's face.
I mean, you could have just said he's black, considering he stands out against everyone else who isn't black in the movie. I mean, you would
That
know who you
poor-
were talking about if you said the black
Get
guy.
woke, man.
That poor man.
I at least want to have
succumbed
the
to
dignity of at least remembering his name. I don't even remember Bruce Willis's character's name. What do I tell you? The white guy?
Pretty sure it's called John Corbin.
John
Well,
Corbin.
It's actually been a long time since I watched the Fifth Element.
Corbin Dallas.
Oh, that's it. I did just
They
it's been a while
say
since I've seen
his
it.
name throughout the freaking movie. Y'all should have that shit memorized.
I have not watched it since 2010. I owe it to myself
And I
to
haven't
watch
watched it since
again.
about that long as well.
In one sitting of the movie, they say his full name, Corbin Dallas. He
My
even
brain-
says it 5 times in one scene.
My brain remembers actors' names more than characters.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I was just going to say that I know I had made a suggestion to Wolf about talking about science fiction and to talk about some of our favorite science fiction properties, books or novels, maybe some sci-fi movies that fall under the radar that maybe perhaps they're not talked about. So it won't be just Star Wars or Star Trek. It could be Star Wars, Star Trek, Aliens, Blade Runner, anything that you feel falls under the category of sci-fi. You know, what's your favorite, or what are there any that maybe you think should have got more attention? So I'll remember to keep the Fifth Element in mind with that one as well. But I haven't seen that one in a while, and it's such a wild movie in a good way. I actually like it, but sometimes you can't remember every single character. So
Yeah.
don't feel bad about that.
And as I derailed this conversation, my point is this Dazzy guy is like that Chris Tucker character running a black nationalist cult.
I just
That
can't
would be a
believe that
strange
people.
development if that happened in the film.
I just can't believe that people actually trusted this guy. Like, even from not knowing who he was, just like hearing the videos, it just sent alarm bells, like, ringing. I don't know. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, that's the thing about cult leaders. They brainwash you.
He legit proposed building mud huts out in the middle of Colorado and calling it their commune.
Somewhat similar to what's his name? It's the wizard character from the Kingsman prequel, where he basically can influence people, but he's
Rasputin? Is that who you
Rasputin?
Yeah.
I mean, he did that in real life too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
like
he
he's good at persuading
shot
people,
multiple
but he's
times,
not very
died of
subtle.
drowning, didn't he?
There were multiple attempts on his life, and the only time when they found their body, the only thing they guaranteed to be of effect was the drowning because of the water in his lungs.
Yeah, they
Not
had
the-
multiple steps
not-
until they finally got successful.
Not the poison, not the bullets, not the stabbings.
I guess he couldn't walk on water after all.
Well,
Nope.
he was kind of back. He was nuts anyway, but the Romanovs really thought that he was some sort of magician, and they
Hoping to-
put all their faith into him.
Hoping
But-
to cure the young, what do you call a SARS heir? Just his son, I guess. I
Well,
don't
the
know.
funny thing about that is
Yeah.
that
Hemophilia.
the thing with the thing with the Tsar's doctors was that they were giving the Tsar's son aspirin to help with his disease, his hemophilia. But the thing with aspirin is that it's a blood thinner,
Blood thinner, yep.
so it just made things worse. And
They were just-
Rasputin came in and was like, fuck that science shit. We need this boy to pray and
We
settle
need-
down. And then it's like,
Darn-
since the kid is moving around less and taking less aspirin, it helped.
I had a joke about the guy even willing to throw the kitchen sink at and was put to death. Because bruises.
Well, first of all, hi, Mr. Matchstick. Nice to chat with you for a while.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, you're right. Instead of trusting doctors, or maybe Matthew, do you think did they have knowledge to know that the aspirin was making his blood flow was making it worse?
If they did, they
The
would stop.
1910s, maybe 1900 earlier on. I have to see this era. This was all preluding before World War One.
Right. So they may not have known why, and maybe that's why they were susceptible to Rasputin's influence. But a lot of people feel that he had such an influence on them, he kept them blocked for what was going on around them, which is why they failed to catch the warning signs that a coup was happening. Sadly, I always say it's a tragic. I want to say fairy tale. I guess if you think about the princesses, but it's a tragic story all the way around. because trusting Rasputin, he didn't. The Tsar did not see what was happening around him. That the Russia is turning against him, and he failed to see that. Unfortunately, till it was too late.
He's not the villain that Don Bluth interpreted, but I would definitely say he's on the same level of Aleister Crowley. He was definitely that crazy about what he believed he could do.
Yeah.
Hey, Matthew, what was the one prince in Elder Scrolls that had the title of King of Grape?
Oh, you're referring to
I'm gonna put him in a
Malak
Smasher
Ball, the Daedric Prince.
I'm gonna put him in a Smasher Pass.
Do you mean like one of you will be the one smashing, or he
no,
will be the one smashing?
for the Smash and Pass. You have to choose. I'm one. Each member is going to have a group of slides, with each slide being a set of 2, and you have to choose. Do you have to smash this person or pass it? You have to choose which one of the 2 do you smash and which one of the 2 do you pass. And I'm going to put them up against Mog, the Lord of Blood from Elden Ring.
If you smash that, you'll get some strange aids.
Okay, so wait, what was the guy's name?
Malak Ball. Hold on.
Morlock Bald?
Yeah, Molak. Yeah, I think it's Molag.
Mind
Ball.
culturing Leia into this because I don't think she seems to get it.
Elden Ring.
No, I'm totally lost. But if this was something you were talking about before I came in, please continue. Don't let me interrupt your flow.
I would imagine, Leia, you've never played an Elder Scrolls game.
I have not.
What?
I have not. It does not.
Elden Ring, or are we talking about Moloch Bowl? Are we talking about
No, the Smash and Pass thing that they're talking about?
I'm doing a smash. I am in a Smash and Pass stream that is scheduled for tomorrow, and I'm making the slides for mine.
I have no idea what that is.
It all sounds like we'd rather be doing something else tonight.
You're going to be educating me.
You have to choose. You have to choose whether you would have sex with this person or pass.
Oh no, okay. Oh,
Yep. It's pretty popular on the internet.
It's mostly for comedy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
What have I done?
Okay, Magic, I've put his name in the private chat.
Okay, now I got it.
Oh, you're talking about Elder Scrolls, not Elden Ring.
Both of them. He's gonna be
Humble Marty asked a question.
We are so out of order.
More like ball. Sorry, you're saying?
Wait, what was what is the question in regards to?
The cult leader.
Oh yeah, the cult leader was very abusive to like his inner circle, especially.
I was gonna quote Ruby Rod, but damn it, IMDb continues to fail me. That like any quotes that they have for Ruby Rod, they never seem to get his quote unquote Ruby rap in one go. I was gonna try to channel my inner Chris Tucker to do that, but in order for me to fucking do that, I had to play a fucking clip for that to follow that shit.
Yeah, but
fucking internet fail.
I'm pitting up Molag Bal against Mog, the Lord of Blood from Elden Ring.
Have not gotten that far in that game yet.
You're playing Elden Ring?
There's like 3 ways to get to him.
Which one are you? Where are you at?
Oh, I've been all over the damn place, and I still have yet to kill my next boss.
If you need somebody who knows the game through, I'm actually on my 4th playthrough of the entire game.
I finished it the first time last week. Yeah, I bought Bloodborne, and I'm gonna play that Bloodborne after I
masterpiece.
I got back into playing Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah, but which boss are you? Which boss are you on? Or do you think you're gonna be on?
I'm just winging it right now. So any boss that come my way, I just do my best to slay them. So far, the bosses I killed was Moblet,
Margit.
Margit, yeah.
Probably Margit, Godric.
Yeah,
Are we
kill
at the
Margaret.
beginning?
No, not that far in the beginning, dude. I'm just in Act 1.
Speaking
You're
of,
like not that far.
I know. I just barely begun Blade's quest.
Blade is how it's pronounced, but yeah.
I call him Blade because it sounds cooler.
Blade, it's like old English, I
you.
was told.
It's,
I know.
like all the people from like
But
Leon
am
are
I
all, like,
old
Welsh.
English, motherfucker?
Huh?
Am I old English?
No, but they are.
I've totally be racist if I didn't assume otherwise.
Old English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Here it's
Sí, la palabra es not a better coinda.
Say what again? Say what again? I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more damn time. I can't say the G.
I would love to see
My
that movie.
Patel
I
will
would love to see
punish me.
Pulp Fiction in Spanish now. I want to see how that comes out.
Ma Patel will punish me if I said the G.
I'd punish you.
I know you would. You into that kinky stuff. You got Dick Grayson on your fucking icon,
At least I'm not Tim Drake.
right?
oh my lord, what I come into?
Or Damian Wayne.
I was
Wait,
going to try to say.
Who was
to,
it that they turned gay though? Was it Tim Drake? Wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
it
was
was.
Yes.
It was by
Yes.
technically it's by which
But still,
That's just
if they handle if they handle it tastefully, you know what, I would be fine with Tim Drake.
I'm on his side too on this one.
But they're not
too.
going to do that.
No, they're not.
Why can't we just have one Robin? Dick Grayson is Robin. Why do we have 50 million Robins for
Because
And
Dick
initially
Grayson
it's
has to grow
because
up.
they grow up. That was the initial
So-
idea.
Every Batman needs a Robin.
so we
That's
got
what they're
Dick
saying.
Grayson, then Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and for some reason Damian Wayne. But I'm not gonna count him because he sucks.
Damian's
He's
awesome.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
And Stephanie Brown.
Damian Wayne's a fucking brat.
The thing with Damian Wayne is that the writers just fucked him up after Grant Morrison left. They just went on to make him like this bratty Mary Sue.
Edgy.
And with Grant Morrison, you had that arc where it becomes
He's
less
a
of a brat.
towards his own dad. Even his creation to his own introduction is so bad.
Right.
Then why?
Fucking
can't-
What's
Roof
but,
beat
yeah,
and-
but
and-
if you
and
like
baby.
read how he continues and like read all the stuff with him and Dick Grayson, he's just like he's still a little bit of like a little bratty bro. He's like he's kind of a little bit of an asshole, but he's like you get the feeling that
Very
he's
entitled,
like
very conceited. And
wait,
the worst part
I'm
is that
I'm not
given
finished,
he
please.
has-
Hang on, Red. Damn.
But you know, he learns to be a
skipping over
little
words.
kid and stop being such a sociopath, and like he works really well with Dick Grayson, who helps bring out the best in him.
Continue, Red.
I was just trying to say the words and it sounded like he was tripping over what he was trying to explain with the carrier Damian Wayne, who's just he's a megalomaniac who just basically really believes he is all that. He has all the skill and that he's already the expert in everything. And
That's
despite
bad
his
writing on
fuck
their
ups, he
part.
just sits there and just bold faces you about
That's
his
New 52 in a
decisions.
nutshell for you.
That's really
Mhm.
shitty Damian Wayne writing in a
And
nutshell.
and to spite his own father, he's not against killing people.
I really fucking hate that. I
I
hate.
think
I
there was
hate. I hate it when Damian Wayne has daddy issues.
Yes.
He should not have that. He should have mommy issues because he has fucking Talia al Ghul as a mom.
Of course.
Yep.
And that bitch. Wow.
This is
I
why
respected
homemakers
that
make
bitch
better
one time.
moms.
Goodness, what are you watching that for? Don't. Stop. I beg of you, stop. Stop.
What in the world is that?
Hold your
I'm
hands
scared.
up.
Yeah, that was me for just playing off a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Will Ryan
Oh,
of DA Games in a green screen compilation. It's
Oh.
because of the events of what's happened from Damian Wayne's creation. It just says,
Oh,
Goodness,
Wolf,
what
he's
do you
still
want?
highlighting the comment.
I know. I'm keeping it right
"Goodness,
there.
what are you watching that for? Stop watching that! I beg of you, stop! Stop!
Until somebody
Stop.
start chatting,
Pull
'cause
your
we got 5
pants
people
up."
watching, and yet people are just want to just let us just
Yeah.
fumble around with our dicks while they're just over there making dinner, I guess, or watching the game or something, but they don't want to socialize with us. I love you guys, but can't just be humble just taking over the damn chat.
But with like Tim Drake, if he was bi and it was done tastefully, I'm like, you know what, I'm fine with that, because like Dick Grayson has wait.
Go ahead.
Wait. Dick Grayson has the very large man. He's a bit of a man whore. Dick Grayson. Jason Todd, I don't think is into anybody.
He's
Tim
asexual.
Drake. Damian Wayne's a little kid, and Tim Drake is Tim doesn't really have any of those. He's attracted to the woman, but like, for my opinion, Tim Drake has two phases. It's with Stephanie and not with Stephanie. And if one of those not with Stephanie happens to be a guy and it's done tastefully, then whatever the fuck. As long as he gets with Stephanie after that.
I've never ever seen Tim Drake's character ever grown up or personified that way. So it's hard to imagine his sexuality when I'm just imagining being that little kid who discovered, hey, I just learned how to kick other people's ass from this guy.
Yeah, his sexuality, again, like, his sexuality shouldn't be a part of his character. It's like, for like a good example, it's like, we got a fucking bleached blonde, gay, black Aqualad and Young Guts. And does any of that come into his character?
No.
Not one bit.
Not even the fact that we now have just still like 4 Robins when 3 is already enough, because of how much it evolves from Batman's character, of how much he had a family.
Honestly,
Grayson,
I would make it 5.
Returns.
I would actually make it.
I mean, I know there's 5. I know there's them.
Crisscrossing.
Because, well, I mean, I don't count Stephanie Brown, but I would love to write a comic with Stephanie Brown as Robin and Bruce's Batman, because Stephanie Brown would have one of the best dynamics with Bruce out of any of the Robins. Discounting Dick Grayson, because Dick has the best.
But it's just from how much the 3 Robins are just always best instead of just having 4, is because of how much it grows from Batman's whole arc of having a family. Grayson, he found a predecessor. Jason, he found someone that he could fix. And for Tim Drake, he found a partner. Basically, because Tim Drake is the brainy Robin of the bunch.
But in Damian, look, Jason, it says he failed, and I like to see Damian Wayne as well. Damian Wayne is the thing with Damian Wayne
his whole character. We already seen this with Jason Todd all over again.
But he failed at Jason Todd, and it's his second chance.
We'll move on to something else.
And even then, Bruce. Even then, I would have Bruce either die or retire and have Dick Grayson be Batman. And
which is exactly what happened.
Damian Wayne works best as Dick Grayson's psychic.
Yep, they're brothers.
He was created specifically to be Dick Grayson's psychic.
Oh, just to answer a question, Match didn't want to see that damn Green Lantern movie because they made John Stewart boring.
I don't care about that. I care about how they fucking finished it. They butchered Emerald Twilight and have Green Arrow kill a Parallax infested Hal Jordan.
Wow, fuck off movie.
Yeah.
So apparently John Stewart is Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Kyle
that.
Rayner when Hal Jordan turned evil.
Well, it's not really turned evil, forced to turn evil. Sinestro.
I heard they were going to make a new Green Lantern movie where they were going to make John Stewart the main character.
Yeah, this is that.
Oh.
Fuck off, DC.
They're trying to do the whole replacing people thing.
Well, it's no different than what the Marvel universe is doing, especially with their films.
I doubt it's really race related, but it just sucked.
I think
Well-
it is, or rather, they just don't want to pay
Yeah, they don't want
people
to.
the royalties, so they just they're moving
that's
on to
why.
the next thing and trying to force it to be a thing, rather than people like Hal and people like Jon Stewart. They there's no need to like pit people against each other.
Yep. It's just that they don't want to pay Joel Schuster and Jerry Schumacher's family to do Superman as his Paragon. So then in the New 52, they basically made him this like quote unquote down to earth, and by down to earth, I basically mean an asshole. And it'd be like, okay, fine, you're not gonna do anything
And
with
there's
Superman
also
like
the
that.
fact that Ethan Van Sciver was involved with the rejuvenation of the Green Lanterns, something back in the.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was the early 2000s when he was working with Jeff Johns.
Mm.
So I'm
Yeah,
guessing
they're just
they
not
don't
gonna pay
want to.
them
they
any
don't
form
wanna-
of respect. They would
Yeah.
they would rather make this new one because they know it's so much money, which of course it would be because it's existed for a long fucking time. And so, fine, you're not gonna make them anyway, but you're not gonna get any money paid from them in response once you do that.
Mhm.
I think you all have a point, but I still feel that the character of Hal Jordan does not have to be ruined to make Jon Stewart shine. I have big issues with that.
Oh, we all don't
Yeah.
worry, Larry. We all on the same page there. Just the fact that we all know that these fuckers are not going to cater to fans. They're catering to themselves. They write for themselves at the very least, and they only write for people that don't exist, a market that don't exist. But at this point, they're not even in the experimental stage on this dumbass idea. It's the fact that they think a brand just sustains itself, not the fans. They're under the belief that the brand sustains itself, no matter what you put on it. I said this last night in the private chat of MeWe match. They're creating mascot characters, only mascot characters. They're not creating the product.
Oh, Dark Stranger says hi.
What's so dark? Where you been at?
Piggybacking on what you said there, Wolf, I don't know if you guys discussed this already, but
We haven't discussed anything aside from from not Hitler.
Can I ask can I ask the panel about the announcements that the X-Men are no longer the X-Men, they're the mutants?
Yep. Despite they played the damn music of the X-Men theme within the episode. Like they said that that she's a
They're
mutant.
gonna make Kamala
which still
Khan
does
the
not make
first mutant.
Yeah, instead of Namor, even though Namor does not now already exist, which does not look like Namor the Submariner at all, but
Who
that's a whole
cares?
other
It's
thing.
fucking Namor.
Yep, but
Not.
which it still doesn't make sense that
Oh, Mark Mosray.
Hey, Mark.
Mosray, I don't know if I pronounced it right.
Guys, stay on target.
Final. Continue.
Yeah, it still doesn't make sense for Kamala to be a mutant because she got her powers after finding a bracelet, which is somehow in her attic, and puts it on as if it was the Omnitrix from Ben 10.
I thought it was because like she went to that. From what I remember of the graphic novel, she went to that party that her parents told her not to go to, and because it's Jersey City, she like fell into like something that was radioactive from like a pipe or something.
They stole that plot from
Equally
Static Shock.
stupid.
Well, the thing is, isn't Agents of Shield canon or not? Because Agents of Shield still did the Inhumans, or at least rather they already had their very own allegory for mutants in the MCU. It was the Inhumans. It was anybody who was affected by the Syringian Mist,
Finn, who cares about the Inhumans?
right? Or rather, who cares about continuity for that matter?
And you also had that Inhumans
It's about-
TV movie, and then I think a TV show after.
Pilot.
Before, I
The
don't
reason
know
why
how
they
it was.
pushed Inhumans was because they didn't have the X-Men, so they tried to.
Yeah,
that's
they
the best
wanted
thing.
to replace the X-Men with.
And
the
now that they
Inhumans.
have the
I
X-Men,
remember seeing comics of the Inhumans like on the racks for the LCS, like back in 2019.
yeah,
That's
and
fine.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
but-
Inhumans work best as
Guys,
side characters to other
let Match get a
cover
whack at
comics
this.
rather than their own main thing.
I'm very interested what Match has to say real fast. Sorry, Mash. Go ahead.
That's the Inhumans were pushed really big because Disney didn't have the rights to the X-Men. And now that they have the rights to the X-Men, we're not going to see anything from the Inhumans much. Because, frankly, they're not popular.
See the X-Men.
Along with that, go ahead, Batch.
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay.
So yeah, apparently Kamala Khan being the first mutant despite everything that's happened in her own show, especially because they put in the X-Men theme because X-Men 97's coming out. Get excited for that. Oh why are our sales down on Disney Plus again? So yeah, just playing that, just having enough member berries because brand recognition, just everything that Wolf10 said, the making mascots. Fuck you, Disney. Fuck you, Marvel. Warner Bros., you should be ashamed of yourself too. You too, DC. Fuck you. Because you don't care about anything with this. Because if you own too much of anything that you have that you own, and yet just... fuck it.
Oh no, I absolutely feel your pain, Final. I feel your pain absolutely. I even said that in the chat. How I've seen.
Can you feel my hidden pain?
Your hidden pain too. Oh.
Do you see why Young Rippa actually succeeded with the Rippaverse with ISOM, which is now $3 million now? Because he actually did it himself.
Not to sound like I'm devaluing anything he's doing, or he's devaluing his accomplishments. That was going to be a landslide either way. It was going to be a landslide either way, because at that point, like people are really getting tired of watching whatever it is that they're pushing, even if those are not in the know of what the fuck they're doing, or not really just tuning in for this shit. It's if they're not in the know of what they're doing, they're bored of it. They're absolutely bored of it. It's plain as day. My wife's seen this bullshit, and she's bored of it. She's not even in the know. And those that are aware of it, of course, they're gonna gear toward, like, regardless of whether they like it or not, they're gonna go towards it because they are attracted to good business practices anyways. Rippa basically stand and delivered. He stood and delivered. So it was going to be a nice
it's really upsetting that they banned any conversation or mention of his comic on the comic book subreddit, but then they go turn around and try and promote a defense in favor of genderqueer, which was a shitty comic that shouldn't even be allowed in schools.
As
we can use that argument all we want. Sorry, Leia. We can use that argument all we want.
Italian mafia.
Is that right? I'm monologuing. I'm saying we could point shit like that out all we want, but it's very clear that they have control of the courts. They have control over the boards. So we could say what we want all day until we're blue in the face. They're gonna keep pushing that shit because they got their shit paid. In fact, the government got that shit paid. They're using the government to do that shit for them. So as much as we want to bitch about that, I mean, we could still bitch about that. Like what we can still always do is what I've been saying since I believe last year is be the change. Let them have this shit. Let them run to the ground. Let them ruin it. We can create alternatives.
Yes.
If not us, there'll be other people out there too. There's still people out there like Rippa out there doing that, creating alternatives. Dan Fan, for example.
With the regular companies, you can still go for the good stuff that's still there. Like DC, while the latest animated movie has been that great, ever since Apocalypse War, that's been 2 out of, how many have they had now? A whole bunch. That's pretty good odds. 2 rotten apples out of the whole bunch.
the reason why I keep pushing this message, which is be the change, be the alternative, is that people will see what we're doing or see what other people are doing to be that change, be the alternative. In fact, we're not. You know what? I'm actually going to say this. We are. Let me get my thoughts together. I'm sorry.
There's a
I
clip
had
in
a,
my
stro-
mind.
I had a
That's
strong
okay.
sentence to say too, and I fucking lost it just now.
So yeah, Young Ripa's doing it. Critical Drinker's even doing it as he's been selling
Well,
his books on Amazon.
Well, I'm coming at this
Just
from a standpoint, we're not the alternative specifically. We're the old style of way. We're the classic. They're going to return to the classic. They're going to return to what's familiar. What made people excited for a story or movie or even TV show in the first place. The style, the so-called outdated and out of touch, as they like to call us, outdated and out of touch, and be like, no, we're what is always going to be marketed. What is going to pull people in? What's going to get people to buy? Whether we have a gay character or not, or a black character or not, we're sticking to the traditional way of storytelling, or what you deem is outdated and what do they always say? Outdated and what?
Dark Stranger has a question for you.
Are you able to access that link, or do I need to link it in Discord? Please link it in Discord.
Oh, is Dark Stranger joining us?
No. He wants to show us something from the X-Men '97 cartoon that's coming up.
Oh, they showed a clip or something, a clip or
No,
something to show.
it's the designs of the
Okay.
X-Men.
Okay, I
Oh,
figured out what.
I'm scared to look at it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I figured out why both Injustice and Green Lantern Beware My Power Over Shit. Same writer. One Ernie Altbacker.
Alfbacker, so he's an Australian that eats cats.
I don't know. And since post-apocalypse war, all the DC animated movies have been good, except for the two written by Ernie Altbacker. So I guess we know which movies to skip now.
Definitely. I was going to add to the discussion of the not X-Men or whatever. I was piggyback what Final said. That Miss Marvel decision to make her mutant, that is the influence of Sama Aminam, I hope I'm saying her name right, and Victoria Alonso. They are the ones that put that in there to bring in the mutants. As I've always said, if they were going to bring in the mutants, it should have came through Wanda, but they messed her up. So they brought in Miss Marvel because Miss Marvel is Sama Aminat's little golden child, and she wants her to be dominant in everything, even though it wasn't necessary to do that, in my opinion.
I gotta head out. You guys will get
all right.
Nice talking to you, man. Have a good evening.
By the way, good to have you, buddy. Good to always have you. And one of these days, I'm gonna make time for you in Culture Fortress. One of these days, I'll have to sacrifice a Tuesday for that one. Unless you guys want to join us and shoot the shit.
What Culture Fortress, is that another stream that you have?
No, that's a joint. That used to be a team up stream that I used to do with him, a crossover stream.
And what do you
Where
do?
that was his own thing. I think you were part of it at one point, Leia.
Oh, I may have been. I forgot.
Where we talked about shows that were not corrupted by the woke, be it old shows or new shows. I remember one time I talked about Primal on that show, which is still getting a season 2. I think the first 2 episodes have been released. Autori is talking about the 2 episodes. Hopefully, Omniviewer is going to review one of them, and I'll get a chance to watch it and see if it's a good recommendation for you guys. Watch Primal, by the way. It'll be worth your time.
Huge Kennedy fan myself.
He's coming out with a new thing, right? The creator of Primal. I remember Redneck mentioning it.
Is he?
No, we were hoping that he would return
to make Popeye. That's what it was. We were talking
Well,
about
for
the
him,
Popeye movie he made. They made a teaser animation for the project. Sony shut him down and basically replaced all the production focus onto the Emoji Movie. We got the Emoji Movie in place of Popeye.
a movie that I didn't even see because fuck that movie. Why would you even make a movie about shit that people do repeatedly every fucking day for every comment, myself included? I will say that. I will even confess to that shit.
Wait, slow down. What? Who did what?
Because why would you do a movie about fucking emojis? To put it plainly.
Oh, that thing.
Answer, they legit thought it was the marketing decision that would compete with Minions.
The fucking Minions clones that permeated the fucking Western animation scene for years now. So fucking tired of that shit.
And most of them by Illumination Studios themselves when they were doing different things.
Mm-hmm.
Illumination is a success story despite itself.
Yeah.
Just know that the guy who initially helped start it would eventually leave and be the director for the movie Klaus.
Okay.
We have a new guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. I got a feeling somebody's watching me. I get no privacy. Oh, I got a feeling somebody's watching me. That'll be Eloise's parents.
Oh, okay. I was wondering
The
what
ever
that
so
was.
legendary Telemundo.
Well, that sounds like a good idea, but you know what would sound better? Going the fuck to sleep!
I just saw that coming.
Only reason why I have a reference to Attack on Titan clip is because that's an inside joke about Eloise's mom peeking at the door at her. So it reminded her of Team 4 star Shadis. You know, them catering to the Middle East it really should not be a good idea to do that. As much as I would like to I'm not pointing this at the Middle East that come out here and and live a decent life and step away from their cultist religion. This is not going out to them. This is going out to those that still continue the faith and still continue to oppress their women, oppress their own people left and right. But for them to really outright just keep catering to that market where they would look at you and call you an infidel and fuck you over and give us notice, especially someone I don't know acting no different than what her religion dictates, which is funny because her being a feminist where she gets to be in the free fucking country and make her own character a fucking stereotype.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. Well, she was the one that started, the all different Marvel in 2026 when Marvel went to the garbage. She was the one that started that trend. She said that she was the one that made affirmative action Captain America or Black Negro Captain America. Sam
Replacement
Wilson.
Negro.
Yeah, she came up with all of that, and she said, "I don't have to get a reason. I'm just doing it." But her Samanamanat's character is basically a self-insert. She's not. These people are not talented. She's not creative. She's telling her own life story through this character because that's how she sees herself, and that's what we're getting. So the character didn't take off the way she thought it was going to take off. So she's going to force this character down our throats and make us like it. I'm going to make you like this character.
Get real closer. Do you guys realize how writing characters work and how storytelling works? We're at the point, like somewhere in the late 2000s, say 2018, when Infinity War came out. Was it 2018?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was 2018.
Yeah, superhero films, the MCU superhero films up till 2018 were the gold standard for superhero writing. What the fuck happened?
Well, this little virus called woke came in and snuffed it out. You're right.
Oh,
They
I
were the ghost
thought you were going to talk about a different virus for a minute there.
I was gonna say communism.
Yeah, I
Still
think
the
this little,
same thing.
People
It's
who
just
have
now it's just become like, okay, I know I'm quoting off of like a certain other YouTube channel that has done this with them, Predator, the Predator, I think it was 2019 when that flopped, but yeah, something like that. There's like, it's just they just quote off somewhere on The Last Jedi where we could just be as fucking retarded as we want as long as it makes money. Oh wait, it's not, because you suck.
well, like I said, it was two things. I think the election of Donald Trump and Hollywood went crazy, and this little virus called woke came in when Twitter, I think, is another factor. People that don't read comics or don't like comic book movies were complaining about this.
Before Twitter, it was all on Tumblr.
Right.
Yep.
A creepy website where little kids were signing up and a bunch of ugly adults were sending a bunch of nasty porn artwork towards them, trying to get
Now
them
it's
to be
God's
converted.
life.
And I know I sound like a broken record, but I do think a lot of what went wrong, final, is identity politics. Politics began to take over the story instead of letting the story play itself out, because they turned all of their anger. They for some reason, they turned all their anger to pop culture. Oh, this is the reason why. This is just a theory I have. You all feel to disagree with me, but this is the reason why the election didn't go the way it should have went. People were not ready to accept that. I hate to get political, but under Obama, they pretty much had a free reign, and then that free reign was coming to an end, and certain people were afraid that it was going to disappear. So they turned all of their attention to pop culture because it has a large audience, for one thing, huge audience, and they just didn't like that, and they felt that, oh, that's the problem. It's too many white men. It's too many white people at Comic-Con. It's too many white people that go to these Marvel
it is
things.
They were
not.
doing that way before. This was like 2013 conversation
Yeah.
too.
Oh.
Yep.
But back
And
then,
no,
we're allowed to
it
tell
is
them get
not
over it, faggot,
pop culture.
or tell them
No.
they're wrong.
Sorry, Brett.
Go ahead, final. You don't think it's pop culture?
No, I'm just
No, I
trying
just
to
want
say
to hear
a
what
point here. I'm just
Oh.
trying to say a point here. No, it is not pop culture. No, it is not the hierarchy. And no, it's not the goddamn 45th president of the United States himself, Donald Trump. Yeah, because Biden was the 46th right now. No, it's your attitude. You are the problem.
Kind of
And the
wonder.
only reason why you want to help yourself, if you want to help others, you have to help yourself. That all starts with you.
Well, I can't argue that.
Hail lobster.
Yes.
Yep.
I can't argue that. And one thing also, these people are not talented. They are not talented. They cannot accept the fact that they just don't know how to tell a story, or they can't write. So they're saying it's something else. Oh, you just don't like it because I'm black, and you just don't like it because I'm gay, and you just don't like it. I'm XYZ. It really
No,
is.
it's
They
because
don't
it's
have
shit.
talent. Yes, we know this. Yeah, we know this. But they live in this bubble. They don't think like us out here in the human reality world. They live in this own little bubble where they think they're geniuses. So that's why we're getting garbage. That's why the MCU went to trash garbage, because they live in this little bubble thinking that they are the words at the tip of my tongue, but I can't think. Self-righteous is the word I like to think. That they're so much better, but we little poor people, humans down here,
They think they're the only good guys in
Yes.
this story, where they think they're surrounded by villains.
yes, they think we are the villains.
It's the mentality of the Lost Boys. It's even the mentality Peter Pan has. It's the idea of never growing up.
Okay, I'll take that as well. That's a true argument as well. Mentality of growing up. I've never heard it versed that before, but that's
You
why.
might recognize it
Peter
as
Pan
the
complex.
Yes.
That's
the
the name for it.
Puriturnus, the Puriturnus that Carl Jung actually prescribed it as.
Oh yeah, you're right about that. Exactly. And that too, so many of those factors go in there. And you're right about that. And they think we are just, oh, well, you need to be re-educated because you don't know better. When in reality, it's them. But they know half the population, particularly normies, are stupid. I hate to say that, but it is. And they don't catch on to what they're telling them. We know, we can see it for ourselves. But they're trying to push it off on normies, particularly because they don't know why it's bad. They don't get it why it's bad, but we know the reason why it is, which is why they want us to shut up, or they're making these decisions to really make us angry. And I'm not.
And they're the ones insecure about it.
Oh yeah, Like I said, they're
My mind is clearer now. At last, all too well, I can see where we all soon will be. If you strip away the myth from the men, you will see where we all soon will be. Jesus, you started to believe the things they say of you. You really do believe this talk of God is true. And all the good you've done will soon get swept away. You begin to matter more the things you say. Does that sound familiar to you?
It does, but I can't think of the title right now.
I'm completely blank on this.
It's Jesus
Yeah,
Christ
me too.
Superstar, but it kind of details how I feel about the wokes when they do what they do.
Oh.
Yeah. And I read, well, you have to go back. You know what's happening, and I'm gonna say this right quick because I don't want to stay on it. One problem you have to look at the puppets on the string over there at Marvel. I think, well, I heard about this. I could be wrong. You guys can stop. Feel free to comment on this if you like. I don't think Feige has as much power as he used to have. I think Victoria Alonso is the one calling a lot of these shots now in this phase. And I think that what's going to happen is, well, you know this, she's going to use the X-Men as metaphors for her ideology. So I think that...
And that's not necessarily the right use of the X-Men. Because, like, the X-Men, what they had been is that they are a commentary on prejudice. And I don't think you got quite the memo with this. I mean, it would be a great idea if the X-Men were, like, a hip with the new kids right now, if that wasn't what Grant Morrison had already done quite some time ago. But it's not where the X-Men are at right now, and they haven't been that way for a long time now. In fact, the X-Men had been a lot of things. They're primarily a commentary on prejudice. They've been a metaphor for racism at one point. There were a lot of things.
Oh, I definitely agree with you, Final, because look now, one thing, they've damaged them. Now what they've got them in the storyline they have for the storyline they have for them now in the comics is ridiculous. There's some sort of X-Men Met Gala kind of thingy, and they've got them looking just
You want to know how I got into the Marvel Universe? You want to know how I got into the Marvel Universe? Ultimate Alliance 1.
That was only for one story that they ain't never going to even reference or even come back to at all.
Well, I bet you, I agree with you, but I bet you Alonso is going to go with that because, like you said, Final, she doesn't understand what makes the X-Men work. All she sees is, she's taking the metaphor too far. She's going to take it. She's going to try to make the metaphor fact. We know what the metaphor is supposed to be, but
instead of being subtext.
Right, it's a subtext, but she's trying to make it into, I can't find the right word, but all I'm trying to say is she's
Just
trying to
text,
make it,
I suppose.
yeah, she's trying to make it text, or she's trying to, they don't want a metaphor. They want you to say actually what it is. I don't want it to be a metaphor.
They basically make allegories.
Right, but she doesn't want an allegory. She wants it to be exactly, that's what they don't get. They don't understand allegory. She doesn't want to make it allegory. She wants it to be fact. She wants it to be the alphabet people. She wants it to be for Black people, like she really cares. She wants it to be not allegory, but absolute fact in the storytelling. She's going to take the that's why she call it the mutants, because by calling them the mutants, that the X-Men, well, first of all, she says the name is problematic, which is stupid. But she, by saying mutants, what you do with the title is, it's no identification. She doesn't realize there are good mutants, there are bad mutants. She's trying to lump them all together so they all be on the same page, but they're not. She doesn't understand that the X-Men are actually good mutants that are trying to be peace between them and humanity. But that's a message that a person like her doesn't like. They don't want
Once
peace.
again,
They want chaos.
I wish I could turn back the hands of time and go to college and learn writing and get into Marvel and ask Stan Lee to let me or whoever was the CEO of Marvel to have me run X-Men. You know what they giving? You know what I'd have done if I had X-Men?
What you would have done? You don't think the runs were very good?
I just think that they were. Let's just say the writers were working too slow to get what we were wanting to happen to have in this story, this whole story arc. Mutant freedom now, where mutants are treated as first class citizens finally. In the first comic introducing that would have been a mutant's powers activating, and instead of fear or slander or outright attack, people go up to him and say, hey, look at me, we're fine, you're fine, you're gonna be fine, please don't freak out, you got powers now, you're a mutant, please don't freak out. Don't freak out. Hey, how's your brother or whomever the powers activated on accidentally on? He's doing fine. He's gonna be fine. I already notified the hospital. Look. Hey, look at me. This was not your fault. Your powers just activated. Don't worry, guys. We'll take it from here. Cue the X-Men.
The part I
Cool.
don't get about like with the X-Men and mutants is, how does the public know the difference between heroes who are not a mutant but have powers and then heroes with powers who are mutants? Like, why isn't anyone doing like chasing after Spider-Man or Hulk? I suppose the military is going after
That's an
Hulk, but,
age-old argument that never would ever get answered, and that's why I would answer with mutant freedom now, because since we are treating the heroes like celebrities, playboys, rock stars, why can't we do that for mutants?
yeah.
So
I mean,
that would have been your.
it's not like the general public specifically knows this superhero with powers is not a mutant, or this superhero with powers is a mutant.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only indicator for some mutants is that they visually look different.
Go ahead,
Matthew. Matthew has a question. When you mean the public, do you mean normies, those that don't really know the world of the X-Men? Or
just like the general public who know about mutants and like fear and hate them. Just like as a general collective, how the hell do they know that like someone like Spider-Man isn't a mutant? All they see is a hero with powers, and then if they see a mutant with powers, they go after him, but not Spider-Man.
That's a good question. Well, let me ask you this, Matthew, and maybe this to the panel. Would it have been better that maybe, I don't know, maybe within Spider-Man No Way Home was maybe a mutant was introduced, or maybe in one of those films that there was something alluded to them? Maybe they should have started working on
I
this.
think he's talking about the Marvel Universe as a whole, not just the MCU.
Yeah, the Marvel Universe as a whole. I mean, there are no mutants in the MCU.
I think it's
unless you count Charles Xavier cameoing in Doctor Strange 2, but
I don't count
aside
that.
from that,
Go ahead.
aside from that, there aren't any mutants in the MCU.
So is it? I think because they were supposed to be in the comics, they were in a different world in other comics. But didn't they team up with other characters? Like Wolverine had worked with Captain America at one time, and then
Yeah, because Wolverine fought in World War II with Captain America because of how old Wolverine is.
Right. That's what I mean. So I guess.
Yeah, but at the time during World War II, Captain America and all the other heroes, they didn't know he was a mutant because none of that information was available at that point. They just assumed he was really lucky.
Okay. That I follow you. I guess I was trying to answer.
And also with Namor being a mutant, like before World War II, he wasn't also identified as a mutant. Well, at least I don't think like general public knew him as a mutant. I think they primarily knew him as an Atlantean at the time.
Right.
I don't actually remember if Namor being a mutant was a thing that was established when he was created, or if that was a retroactive thing.
I never took him as a mutant. I just took him as someone that lived in this whole other world. I hate to sound like a Disney, but under the sea. He was this and he was the ruler of this kingdom, much like Aquaman was. That's the way I took him as.
Oh yeah, Namor's like a mix of things. Like he's half human, half Atlantean, got a bit of mutant in him as well.
But the question you're asking is, to me, I get it, but the question you're asking is the public going to, will they ask that question, or are they just going to sit and consume what comes out, even though they have no idea if that question should come up? Can the movie, will the MCU be able to answer that? If someone were to say, well, what makes Cyclops different from, like you said, Spider-Man, or what makes Beast different from Hulk, or you think the public,
Yeah.
or they're just going to sit there and just consume?
At this point, I don't even think they should even put in the whole racism allegory anymore.
They really should. No, I agree with you.
Superheroes
think
are a
it's
common
needed.
thing now in the MCU, so just to have them have this whole little talking point about mutant prejudice, it'd be. That's why I was hoping that they were going back when Marvel was like still quote unquote good. When we finally get around to the X-Men, I was like are so like one thought came to my mind when people talk about the prospect of having the mutants in the MCU, which I was firmly against, but like I still entertain the prospect of the mutants being in the MCU. I'm like, if I had to have it my way, I would drop the whole human mutant relations or human mutant prejudice, because superheroes are a common thing now. Like superheroes
Okay.
with superpowers just awakening out of nowhere. Where would the prejudice come from when superheroes are running around blasting aliens out of the sky, causing a lot of collateral damage too? They've already had the Sokovia Accords.
Right.
So why are we recycling that shit with the mutants? That's going to be redundant.
And you have a couple of mixing, like mutants joining the Avengers.
And that's why, well, I always said this is what they could have done, but I guess at the time they didn't have the rights. I always felt that Wanda should have been that window into bringing into the X-Men. Somehow, I thought, a naive part of me thought that WandaVision would probably lead into that because of what she was doing. So I always thought that she could have been that window to open the door to have them come in. And I love my train of thought. I love my train of thought, because I get what Wolf is saying, which is why when we did that Office creative, I brought up with the idea that maybe behind the Sokovia Accords, all that time, Ross was working on the mutant program, and then that's why I came up with the idea if he was assassinated, and it was by a mutant. And then that's when the mutants can start rolling in, that there were these other beings out there, this other problem that he had to deal with. But I think it is interesting when you're saying that it would seem funny. I guess what you're saying is it would seem funny now at this point to go with that, knowing that now the world knows that superheroes are out there, so it shouldn't be a big thing. So I don't think Alonso has the talent to try to answer that question. You follow what I'm saying?
Like I was saying, they already had their window of opportunity with the Inhumans, and just because the damn show didn't work doesn't mean that Inhumans can't not just stop existing.
Right.
Hell,
You're right.
I'm okay with the idea that Kree create the mutants instead of it like I'm all for that, like it being created instead of just natural. Unfortunately, we're not gonna go that route.
That they're not. You're saying natural. They weren't born with their powers.
Yeah, it was a mist that just permeated the air like corona, and those who breathed it became a mutant or an Inhuman. Just use the Inhumans in place of the mutants at this point. And what's sad about the Inhumans is the fact that they're way worse than the mutants.
Well, see, the thing about the Inhuman show is that it was so poorly written.
No. As the concept itself, the concept itself in universe of the comics, their biology is way worse than the mutants. You got one dude that even a whisker can level half a city. You got a bitch with weave abilities. Got one dude whose power can karate chop a fucking mountain in half. A dog that can teleport and he big as fuck. We got a girl with
thing.
Yep. You got Crystal who for the life of me, I can never seem to remember her fucking powers. But
Isn't
she
it
dangerous too.
fire-based?
I could have sworn they were lightning based or light based.
I know she dated Johnny Storm at one point.
Yeah, and I thought her powers were both fire and water. Like she
Yeah.
controls the elements.
Okay. She's dangerous still. That doesn't take away the fact that she's fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm saying the humans are way worse than the mutants themselves, because at least some of the mutants could turn their shit off. Some grow to be strong. Inhumans come out strong. Like overly strong when they hatch. Like I said, you got Black Bolt who can whisper in your ear and blow out more than just your eardrum.
Since we're talking about other species in the Marvel Universe, there is also the whole incredibly poor mishandling of the Eternals.
Oh my God! Oh goodness
and like
gracious.
their whole history.
I wish they were in their
the
own
Inhumans as a
fucking
whole are
universe.
tied to a lot of other Marvel stuff aside from like.
Yeah, they were
aside from the
essentially like Marvel. They were essentially almost like their stories is basically the creation myth of the Marvel universe, because they were like almost like the first people, the first heroes born in the universe.
Well, see, well, first of all, you're both right.
In their own fucking universe.
You're right. They mishandled it by once again using them for identity politics. I think that the Eternals should have started making their debut in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Yeah.
That's where, if they were smart and knew what they were doing, that's what I would have did first. They did not build
We
up
will
to
never see Adam Warlock.
No, you're not going to see Adam.
That's
You're right. I hate
that
to
ain't
break
gonna
the bones,
happen.
but you
That's
won't.
just not gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean the Eternals themselves, they could literally set up so many other Marvel properties with just the
Anybody
just
who
the
watches
Eternals.
Guardians 2 is gonna be confused in the motherfucker.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, because I mean you could set up Apocalypse because his tech that he has is from the Celestials. And then you have like a couple other characters who are also tied to them, more of indirectly rather than directly.
And hell, the Eternals are even have ties with Thanos.
Yeah, Thanos is an
that better
Eternal.
come up.
Well, he's specifically an Eternal with a deviant mutation.
Yeah.
That
all
barely
of us
comes up.
all of us put together could run MCU better than what they're doing right now.
I
And that's
mean-
because I mean the way you're making more sense about connecting a story better than what we're getting.
If
It
nothing
shows-
else, all we need to do is just hire people who can get that vision going. People with merit. Like, even if we were not the greatest of writers, it's like we can pay people to do our shit for us too.
Oh yeah, I agree with you 100%. I absolutely agree with you. If we don't know how to put it together, you have to find people who do know what they're doing in order to tell the story. I agree 1000%. But see, we all know they're stupid over there. They're not doing that. They're taking it upon themselves to do it. But they're activists. They're not creators.
Wouldn't call it stupid. Like, just call it deliberate. They're deliberately doing this shit just because they are mad at the fucking world. They're just mad at the fucking world.
I absolutely agree with you. Now, what I heard, and I could be wrong, that's again, you could disagree with me. Feige's original plan was to have James Gunn helm all of that. He was supposed to take over sort of the outer space stuff of the MCU, which is the Eternals and Adam Warlock. That was supposed to be him. But we all know that he was fired for some strange, surprisingly long lost tweets that surprisingly strangely come up all of a sudden. But I digress on that. And then Victoria Alonso surprisingly began to take over. So Gunn went over to DC and Alonso moved in. And right now they say Feige is completely lost because all of his plans have been derailed because Gunn was supposed to handle all of that.
Let me
he doesn't
interject real quick.
Go ahead.
The Deseret Bull is about to take his leave, so the Deseret Bull, everybody, redneck.
Oh, I enjoyed talking to you for the short time we had, Redneck. You have a good evening.
Negro, say goodbye.
I'm stuck trying to type something on the side here. But yeah, good night.
Well, good night. Well, oh, I was going to tell him. Oh, see, Redneck, I would have loved to hear more on. Yeah, you're right about that, Redneck. I'm reading your comment. Yeah, you are right about that. He wasn't really to kick people out of the project, out of their projects, but there's a lot of backstage shenanigans that I think is why everything's a jumbled kerfuffle right now, because that originally was Feige's plan. He was going to step back and let James Gunn run that portion. Guardians 3 was supposed to have been out. That Guardians 3 wasn't supposed to take this long to come out. It was supposed to have been out. It was supposed to have been done.
Like I said, people who watch Guardians 2 gonna be confused in the motherfucker at that end credit scene.
Yeah, they will be. I absolutely agree.
Like when I'm like, wait a minute, who the fuck is in that cocoon? People are gonna keep asking, who the fuck is that cocoon? Who is Adam? When is he showing up?
Never.
And also,
and we're not going to see Silver Surfer either, likely.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm. What did you say, Matthew?
Yeah, I said it's too late for Adam Warlock to be incorporated now. The storyline, the big storyline he's a part of, has already been told without him.
Yeah, they've screwed it all. They have screwed. I kind of believe this. I kind of believe this story because everything has been screwed up, and they say Feige has no idea what to do. He said himself, he has no idea what to do because his plan was to keep Gunn in there. He was happy with Gunn get with Guardians. Guardians 3 was supposed to have been out. And then Adam Warlock was supposed to be introduced during Guardians 3. It was supposed to lead to Eternals and all this stuff, but they done came in and screwed all of that. Has just been all of that has been destroyed and just totally messed up.
That pussy must have been really good.
Yeah. But also,
he was too busy fucking his mistress.
Yes. Yeah. He was too happy with his mistress. That's the problem. Oh, tis morning. You have a mistress. You got to keep her in check.
Take a page from John. Remember what Johnny Lawrence taught us: women make legs weak. Women make weak legs.
Yeah. In this case, it did, and I think that I'm hearing a lot of stuff about this Victoria Alonso. So I'm wondering. Well,
the thing is, you can hear it all you want, but the thing is, you gotta make sure you have you make sure you confirm it though. As much as we like to make speculations, and I am not about to say I'll firmly admit that I made my speculations heard so many times, but until then, that's all they're going to remain for now is speculations until one can confirm.
So you don't think there's any backstage, any behind the scenes?
There is, but it's one word to put it, one phrase to put it, mismanagement at this point. It's a mismanaged situation where the focus have all lost itself, where they keep. It's this epiphany I had when it comes to having a circle of friends or a circle of associates or too many workers. You get that many people in there, you're not going to be able to see them as far as the eye can see. Most of which that are willing to hide from your gaze and do lazy shit on the side or do backstabbing shit on the side. Then on top of that, you got a wall of people that hide that's able to hide your degeneracy or your shenanigans. So at this point, it's like there could be stuff happening in the background, but at the same time, we can't. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove, as Alonso has said in Training Day. People have come forward.
Mm-hmm.
People, make no mistake about that. People are coming forward. Those who have worked at Disney, those who have worked at Marvel, those who have worked at any of these corrupt corporate companies are coming forward now. They're breaking their silence here and there. It's like at this point, people are standing up now, slowly but surely. We're getting tons of people, but at the same time, it's like I go back to what I said earlier. We have to let it go. We have to let it get there. We have to push for alternatives. We have to be the alternatives. At this point, we can't be just sitting around just twiddling our thumbs to see the other shoe drop. What we can hope to do is provide at least a safe haven for those who leave and come to us or come to anyone who's willing to do things fairly and honestly. Honest business, honest work, honest employees. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I follow you. Yes,
With
very
that,
well said.
but with that being said, though, guys, I think it's about time we wrap it up.
I mean, I was just about to say this in a speech. Leia, you already had your at least you already had like a bit of a rant with them, like a bit of the recent news with Chris Evans, like somewhere around the recent news with Chris Evans with Lightyear.
Oh yes, yes, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
aware. Elaborate.
Yeah, even though I was originally wanted to go there, even though I can't because I was busy by tomorrow. At that time, at that stream that I was not there for. I was just about to say this that, yeah, he's just not the man that he used to be anymore. As much as he is great as Captain America, but with all this now, he's just not the man that he used to be anymore. It's sad, I know. So then I say this in a speech so then I say this in a question in the live chat in that video. It says, "What do we do hold on. What do we do when something beloved becomes lost? What do we do when something is already broken down, turned to nothing but rubble, till eventually sand? Simple. We go back and rediscover what's been lost and pick it back up."
Oh, that's very well said. I was going to add. Where's that from? Is that your word?
Oh, no. Yeah, I just said that.
Oh, that's very good. I thought I was missing a speech. I was going to respond to your question, and no one is grieving about Chris more than I am. Trust me, and you know this. You know this.
Yeah, I know your pain.
Grieving. Yes, no one is grieving more than me. The only thing I can say is, and I don't know it, maybe Wolf knows it, maybe you know it, but in X-Men Days of Future Past, there's a speech both Professor X's of the past and the future give about someone who stumbles and loses their way. I cannot think of the whole thing, even though I used to say this verbatim. But you guys know what speech I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what
Yes.
speech you're talking about. Yeah, the future Professor X tells it to his younger self.
Yes. So with Chris, that's how I'm looking at it. I guess there is a part of me that hopes that good man he used to be will somehow find its way back. It may be hopeful and may be naive, but that's how I look at it with him right now. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Like I said, no, everybody knows no one is grieving about it more than I am. You know, it's kind of like that. And I'll keep it short. It's kind of like that you guys. I don't know if all you were Buffy watchers, but it was a season where Angel turned evil. He was evil Angel, and then all of Buffy.
Season 2?
Yeah, season 2.
He was Angelus.
Well, yeah, Angelus. He was back to Angelus, and the Buffy's friends, including the Giles, told her that she needed to stay away from him. I think that, and in one episode, I think he had returned back to himself, but she was hiding him. But then the friends found out about it, and they had like this intervention with her and told her that the angels that she knew and loved was gone, and that you need to stay away from him because he's dangerous. And she's just coming up with every reason to say that there's still a good man there, and I just can't abandon him.
The future, a dark, desolate world, a world of war, suffering, loss on both sides. Mutants and the humans who dare to help them fight an enemy we cannot defeat. Are we destined down this path? Destined to destroy ourselves like so many species before us? Or can we evolve fast enough to change ourselves, change our fate? Is the future truly set?
Ding, 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 ding.
time,
past.
Wolf.
Did,
The past.
Wolfie, did you
Oh,
just
sorry.
like jerking off at the end there?
No, I
What
was
does it
Leo,
sound
I think
like?
Leo was clapping.
no, I was miming the clocking sound of the cerebral door.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you know how
The
that opens.
past.
Yeah.
yeah. Here's the final speech that's given at the end of the film. The past, a new and uncertain world, a world of endless possibilities and infinite outcomes. Countless choices define our fate. Each choice, each moment, a moment in the ripple of time. Enough ripple, you can change the tide. For the future is never truly set.
Oh, I was waiting for Wolf to come in, but that's, that's and that is and so you know,
I see your Xavier speech. I raise you this speech. Mutation is the key to our evolution. It has enabled us to evolve from a single-celled organism into the dominant species on the planet. This process is slow and normally takes thousands and thousands of years. Every few hundred millennia, evolution leads for
you were
No,
gonna
There's
go
one
in
thing
there.
I can say about
No
the whole
love for
Chris
the
Evans
first movie.
situation.
Go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah.
You can speak.
Yeah, there is one thing I can say about the Chris Evans situation. It's about what I expect for a guy who walks around in whipped cream with a banana up his ass.
Hey, that is the moment
Look
I
at what
fell
Chris
in
Evans
love
did
with
that for a
him.
movie.
Oh wow, you down for that, Leia? Okay. No.
Well,
I don't
I
remember
mean-
what movie he did that in, but I know he did that.
Not another teen movie.
oh, I never forgot that. I'm sorry. I saw that and I thought that is the man for me.
The man with a banana
Banana
up his
up his
ass?
ass with whipped cream all around.
That
whipped
is an
cream on
interest I
his-
didn't know you had.
No, it
whipped cream on his nipples with cherries on top, but with a banana up his ass, dangling, swaying like a tail.
well, it wasn't
Well,
exactly.
I'm not gonna judge you. It's the thirst that affects our minds. It's the thirst.
You know, for a minute though, I thought you were going to play the actual clip
Yeah.
of that.
You know,
Oh,
she wants that
That'll
climax.
that'll totally not get us in trouble from
you.
YouTube.
I
From
mean-
what you said, Matt.
I mean, you know, I mean,
Do you even have that clip?
No.
I
No.
hope and pray he doesn't.
Me too. Don't. Don't. I wouldn't put that on you. I wouldn't put that on you guys. I wouldn't put that on you. Put that on you guys. No. That one you can
I
keep.
got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA. I got that. You know,
And here I am struggling, and you show me that. That's my weakness.
rolling. Keep those mountains rolling.
You know, there's.
Too sexy for my shirt.
You-
Too sexy
Oh,
for
he's
my
on a
shirt.
roll.
God
Too
fucking damn it, that song, dude.
sexy
Not mention that song
for-
again. I swear to fucking God. I swear to fucking God if you sing that
He
song.
is on the roll.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Final, we can't
Why
stop
can't
him.
we be friends?
We
Why
can't stop
can't
him.
we
I'll
be
be right back.
friends?
We can't stop him. Final.
It's raining man. Hallelujah. It's raining man. Amen.
One more time.
He can.
I swear.
Oh my God.
If
Oh
you
my
do-
God. Oh, good
Wait, there's no
Lord.
sheath there. Were you just cutting your own hand?
Oh yeah, yeah, because I didn't even have the sheath for the sword. Yeah, because I knew I should have like hit it. Like,
Oh, did you
straight
cut
underneath
yourself?
the camera.
Oh,
No,
no,
he
it
didn't
was just a
actually
toy
cut
sword.
himself.
Yeah, it was just a toy sword.
Oh, don't cut yourself now.
That's
Wolf.
not a real sword, girl. It's a replica.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
oh,
no, it's
okay.
just a toy sword.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I could. When I
You
saw
know
you
what?
pull
I'm
out,
not gonna use a sword for this. I actually have another tool up my sleeve for this.
Wolf, I think he's. I'm about to say, Wolf, he's serious with that sword.
No, I have another tool up my sleeve for this.
Oh, I was
I
afraid to
dare
see.
you. I dare you.
Oh my god.
Obliviate!
I could not think of any appropriate song for this one. Okay. Who's gonna take you home?
Oh my god.
Obliviate!
Oh,
Sorry,
Wolf,
dude. It doesn't work on the screen.
it's a magic spell.
Anyways, I
You
got
should.
one final quote to end on this one.
God damn.
Remember back to your early teachings. All who gain power are afraid to lose it. Even the Jedi. The Jedi use their powers for good. Good is a point of view, Anakin. The Sith and the Jedi are similar in almost every way, including their quest for greater power. The Sith rely on their passion for their strength. They think inwards only about themselves, and the Jedi don't. The Jedi are selfless. They only care about others. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? No, I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend. Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith so powerful and so wise. He could use the Force to influence the midichlorians to create life. He had such a knowledge of the dark side. He could even keep the ones he cared about from dying. He could actually save people from death. The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. What happened to him? He became so powerful. The only thing he was afraid of was losing his power, which eventually, of course, he did. Unfortunately, he taught his apprentice everything he knew. His apprentice killed him in his sleep. Ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself. Is there any way to learn this power? Not from a Jedi. Boom, bum, 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 bum.
And that is Wolf's speech from the Sith Lord himself.
Well, I'll end on this one. Once more, the Sith will rule the galaxy, and we shall have peace. Then we flash forward. I am all the Sith, and I am all the Jedi. Well,
Oh no.
and then Thanos coming. So we're compensating, are we not? Wait, that was not my best Thanos voice. You know, there was ever a time when somebody comes to me with some bullshit politic and political nonsense talking point, and I just be waiting for that one time where they say, "I wish you would take this seriously," or something to that effect, right? Something to the effect, "I wish you would take this matter seriously." The only matter I don't take seriously, boy, is you. Your politics bore me. Your demeanor is that of a poly child. And what's worse, you alienate my favorite crew, the UN Spacey. I will honor our deal, SJ Hobo. But come to me with your procrastinations and your excuses, and I'll bathe the streets in your blood. And Eloise chime in. Sounds like a good deal, Commander. This is one fight you will not win. Of course, I'll be practicing that big ass grin.
Yes, I can see that.
I don't even know what Found's raging about in the private comment. I really don't know what that's for. I'm liking it already.
I was going to tell him final. I posted this in the MeWe chat that I suggested some topics for the future, and one of them is going to be. And Matthew, if you want to join in too, one is going to be about taking a look at fantasy and the fantasy genre, and if there's other fantasy stories you think that don't get enough attention, we'll talk about
Not to
that.
interrupt you, but I'm still completing the damn schedule for our streaming schedules.
Mhm. Yeah, I
But
know
yeah,
you're still working on it.
but yeah, she got y'all beat. Y'all need to step up y'all fucking game. Like
Yeah.
every damn day, I open up my damn laptop and I go on MeWe and I see they already posted another suggestion. And I'm sitting here like, okay, where's Eloise? Where's Final? I ain't asking for Trooper. Trooper is doing his own shit right now. I ain't expecting much out of Trooper that much, but but
And
when
we
he
are
pop in,
we are also gonna do the same thing with sci-fi if you're interested, Matt.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a big time.
Although you don't need to ask me what my favorite sci-fi series is.
of course,
You already know.
Yes.
which we'll
But-
be covering sometime later in the fall, specifically November. We'll be talking about Beast Wars in the usual format that Schooner and I had done with the X-Men Evolution series. One of these days we'll tackle the 90s X-Men series. That's
Oh
gonna
yeah, I'll
take
be
a
ready
whole
for that.
fucking month.
That one would be great.
That's gonna be
I look
5
forward-
Tuesdays out of a month. I think we're probably gonna have to do that in January.
Sure. I would look forward to that.
That show is like 5, 6, 7 seasons.
I think 6 seasons, if I'm right.
Yeah, I think
Could
it was
be
like
wrong.
5 or 6.
Yeah, 5 or 6 seasons. Yeah.
And like how many episodes per season? 15 to 22.
I'm not actually sure. I'd have to check how many.
Yeah.
You don't have to give it a confirmation. I got that shit stored in my memory bank, so I'll check it out myself. I'm just saying, like man, y'all trying to kill a wolf tonight.
And
That
final,
was always so late to the
Yeah, I
game.
almost threatened to kill you with a sword because
Is she watching the backwatch? Is she rewinding this stream? I guess she is. But anyways, so what I proposed earlier in this stream that I didn't really get a chance to really like speak out enough about it is that we can come back with an elevator pitch this October, and we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna pitch our ideas of a horror, slasher, or thriller movie, or thriller
Oh.
story.
oh. It has
'Cause
to be a
we-
combination of all three?
No.
Okay.
Take your pick of what genre that suits you best. You can even turn into a mystery story too. But what I'm saying is, we getting so horror movies here and there. I wanted to know, what is everybody's taste in horror? So how about this? You guys write down your pitches, and you guys get that ready. Put that to the back burner until we get to October, and that's where we're gonna do the elevator pitch.
I see. Okay.
Because
Wolf Commander Rambles, Wolf Commander Rambles, elevator pitch, Halloween special.
I like that. Yes.
Halloween edition or whatever.
Yes, the Halloween
All I'm
edition.
saying is this. All I'm saying is like you know, we hardly ever talk about horror lately. We haven't been talking about horror lately, and I've been saving up some horror ideas since the beginning of this year, and I gotta recalibrate my mind to figure out what was it the ones I want to talk about the most. So I did have an idea for a good horror story, and I forgot. And I even gave it a good title too, or at least in my view was a really good, clever title. But I have to think on it more. And when is October again? How many more months is October? No. 3 more months. Yeah, I got 3 months to think that shit. Tune in next time, because in August we'll be covering Trigun near the end of August. Later on in I believe November. Yeah, the end of November we'll be tackling, or was it September? The end of September we'll be tackling Outlaw Star.
Okay.
What the Gladiator did. Oh, he was referencing Chris Evans' scene in Not Another Teen Movie. You can go research that yourself.
Oh, that's what we got her confused
Um,
on.
Well, let me rephrase this. He was talking about a big moment in a Chris Evans movie that involved a banana split.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah, she's asking why Mark Morsay is I'm fucking up your last name. Mark Morsay, wait, why he reacted that way. Anyways, so tune in for those. Still don't know what we're gonna be doing in December yet, Christmas theme wise or anything like that. Let me see what else we're doing next. I got so much shit piled
that
up.
actually. Oh yeah, you're actually. Wait, what were you planning in August?
I'm planning to cover Trigun.
All right, it's actually is a good time for me to actually announce something. Also, in August, I'd like to make an announcement for you guys to stay tuned to go watch my channel because on August I will be doing my very first episode of Video Game Recap, which will be based on the Metal Gear series.
Nice.
Oh,
And the
very good.
scheduling on that is on August 24th, just to wish Hideo Kojima a happy 59th birthday. He's going to be 59 years old.
Oh wow. He doesn't even look 50. Anyways. How about next Tuesday we'll finally do wait. Am I playing something? Nope, I'm not playing anything on Tuesday. How about we watch the Alita OVA? We'll talk about the Alita OVA finally. Because I did talk about setting that up. So I'll link you guys the Alita OVA and y'all raise your hands if y'all want to join in. I know
How many
Eloise is going
episodes
to
does the OVA have?
just one.
Oh, it's just a one episode thing. Okay.
No, it's just one movie.
Oh, okay, it's a movie length thing. Okay.
They're mostly shot like they're basically just like films. JoJo was even referenced to had an OVA. Can't exactly remember when, but there were only
Why
two
every
movies.
time when I'm starting to wrap up, more of y'all start showing up. The watch count just boost up to 8.
Wait, how do they know that you're finishing up the stream?
And no, it's just at the exact moment there are more people at the end.
Yeah, like if you was to halfway through the stream pretend to end the stream, does that mean people will start flooding in?
No, it's just it just happened to be the people at the exact moment.
Shame on you people. We were spoken pretty hot a little earlier, but now you come to us at the very
All right,
end.
Mark. From now on, I'll refer to you as Mark. Everybody remember to refer Mark as Mark. But no,
Is that
like
still
every
his name,
single
though?
time. Yeah, that's his name.
So yeah,
Is
he's
there
just
ever
still
a doubt?
Mark.
Wow, you funny. I didn't know you had ghetto in you, Final.
Yeah, he's just still gonna be Mark. So like, of course he's gonna be named Mark. That's his name.
Yeah, but saying his full name, that's what I'm saying. But anyways, potato another time. Anyways, yeah, that's usually what happens to me. That's my usual info. Every time I start getting ready to leave or getting ready to wrap things up, the number just pop up. I wonder if there ever going to be a chance where we're going to get at least like 22 or 23 watchers just watching us or listening to us. I will never forget that day. I forgot what stream we did that on.
I can't remember right now.
I can't remember either because I was like,
audience.
damn, this view count is climbing. And I don't remember what stream we were doing it on. Maybe it was one of our identity validation streams. Back when the shit was young. We an old girl now. Our butts and tits are sagging. Anyways, thank you everybody for joining us. Those 18, 14, 15 of you and those non-existent motherfuckers that keep popping in and out. Thank you, Matt, for joining us today for a special guest, the Gladiator K.O. Matthew Flynn.
Praise Raymond.
That's a new one.
Yes, that's different.
The lovely lady of Valor plus size.
This is Leia Plus Size, your lovely lady of valor, and I want to thank everyone for joining us on this Friday night. If you have any, we hope we put on a good show for you at first. But if you have any suggestions on any topics you want to see us rant about, you can see how we get. We're wild and we're crazy and we're unhinged. We're a little different from everybody else. But if there's a topic that you want to see us cover, leave the comments below. I'm very sure Wolf would appreciate that. And
Always
thank you all for
refer to
joining
us as the Dinobots in the Professor's group.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So leave the comments below. Wolf would appreciate that. And I hope all of you have a very good weekend till we see you again.
The Warrior of Light Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell. That way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to Wolf10 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, stay tuned in August for my first ever video game recap episode, which I will be recapping the Metal Gear series on Hideo Kojima's birthday. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
Nice. Thank you, Redneck, the Desert Red Bull, for being with us, even though he couldn't find any way to contribute to any of the conversation, what have you. Thank you, Match, for joining us today for a brief moment too as well. And of course, thank you, Eloise, for being here with us as well. So with that being said, this is your Wolf Commander Wolf 10, your werewolf. Once again, reminding you guys that you are UN Spacey. Welcome to Wolf Fleet. And to every SJW, I got this message for you.
Had enough yet? No. I'm ready when you are.